RNZ News at 9. Good evening. I'm Phil O'Brien. An abuse and care survivor says he's impressed by the Presbyterian Church's apology to victims in Auckland. The public apology comes after the Royal Commission of Inquiry into abuse and care and another apology by the church in Dunedin last week. The church has announced its own redress scheme and a commitment to take complaints seriously. Survivor Eugene Ryder says actions speak louder than words, but he was impressed with how the church listened to survivors throughout the process. He hopes the government takes cues from the church's response. A Ugandan activist detained and beaten for his 30-year involvement in political opposition has become a refugee in New Zealand. He believed his farm was set on fire because of his work against the ruling party and Yoweri Museveni, who's been president since 1986. Jill Bennett reports.
Young repeatedly questioned by government officials about his support of two opposition parties and offered money to support the government. He was arrested and beaten, police using pliers on his stomach to force him to reveal names of opposition members. After moving abroad, he was detained at the airport when he returned. His identity and the events that prompted his departure to New Zealand are redacted in the Immigration and Protection Tribunal's recent decision. It said state control and dissident repression in Uganda are widespread and severe.
New Zealand and Australia's trade ministers have agreed to double down on the country's open trade relationship. Minister for Trade Tom McLean met with his Australian counterpart Don Farrell in South Australia this weekend to discuss changes in the world economy. They reaffirmed the single economic market agreement which allows cooperation between both countries' customs agencies and coordinated regulation. The ministers also agreed to team up on reforms to the World Trade Organization at its next conference. Wellington's popular chocolate fish cafe is set to close after having its lease ended by the building's owners, Tim Jackson and Dame Fran Walsh. The cafe has operated for the last 15 years in Shelley Bay. One of the owners, John Pennington, says the closure came out of the blue at a meeting they thought was just an update on planned renovations.
This fire has been a site of a devastating fire, a big clean-up process from no similar. And we've worked in with everybody, developers, everybody. We can do it again.
John Pennington says they hope the decision will be reconsidered. With the breeding season starting, an Auckland bird hospital is expecting hundreds of baby birds to be brought in over the next few months. Bird care meteorologist Katrina Robertson says they're exposed to a variety of risks, including falling from their nests, losing their parents, and shrinking habitats. Katrina Robertson says last season its nursery took care of about 700 chicks. She says many of them wouldn't have survived without the clinic's intervention. The not-for-profit is running a fundraising campaign to support its busiest time of the year. And in the T20 cricket in Mount Maunganui, the Black Caps a short time ago were 99 for 4, backing against Australia. And that's the news.
Kia ora, this Sunday on Culture 101, broadcaster and men's health advocate Mark Sainsbury joins us for Past Favourites. The rise of ballroom culture in Aotearoa, dating back to the 19th century, continues to be a space for queer expression, art and identity. Then, we know what diamonds look like, but what do they sound like? An Auckland jeweller teams up with composers for soundscapes for low-level and blind people. And living in your dream house, we think that Aotearoa photographer Tracy Scott about her remarkable villa and colonial collection. That's Culture 101 with me, Helena Lau, from midday on Sunday on RNZ National.
Short forecast now from mid-service to midnight tomorrow. Northland to Taranaki, including Coromandel Peninsula and Tamarunui. Showers, sun heavy. Thunderstorms possible mainly tomorrow afternoon and evening. Bay of Plenty, Gisborne and Taupo. Showers, sun heavy. Possible thunderstorms in eastern Bay of Plenty tomorrow morning. Waitanui and Taihape to Wellington, also Hawke's Bay and Wairarapa. Showers, sun heavy. Possible thunderstorms about Whanganui, Taihape, Manawatu, Tararua District and Central Hawke's Bay tomorrow afternoon and evening. Marlborough, Nelson and Buller, showers possibly heavy, clearing about Buller and Nelson tomorrow evening. Rain, Westland and Fiordland, mostly cloudy with a few showers. Fine breaks increasing tomorrow and the showers clearing in the afternoon. Canterbury, Otago and Southland, rain, heavy at times, clearing from the south tomorrow afternoon and evening. And for the Treasure Islands, rain, clearing tomorrow morning, then evening showers. 9:05, news and weather again at 10.
Bye.